Good morning. How y'all doing, sisters? It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and I am blessed to be alive and able-bodied and in my right mind. So, with that being said, my plan today is to cook dinner. So, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm cooking. I am cooking oxtails, beef oxtails. Okay, and I got four packs of oxtails. My husband's barbecuing some chicken, which we have right here. Over here to the stove, cooking my collard greens, making potato salad, and I'm also gonna make my sweet potato pies today. So I'm gonna be busy today, and I just want to show y'all a little bit of how I cook my oxtails. First, I'm gonna rinse them. Come over to the sink. Rinse them off. And I got some a combination of the small ones and the kind of medium size. My husband don't like the real big ones, so that's how we're gonna do that. Gonna rinse all 4 packs. I'm pretty sure you guys, well, I don't even have to say that. Y'all know how to rinse your meat off. And I'm using cold water. Bless you. So after I rinse them off, I'm going to season them and I'm going to brown them. So I'll be back. Guys, I'm back and my oxtails are all washed. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to brown them, and I put a little bit of oil in the bottom of my pan. So I'm going to season them in a separate bowl. Okay. Ash, take this off. I don't know why I didn't take the lid off before I started. Here, I'm using my Lorry seasoning salt. Y'all hear the radio? Corey done turned the radio on. Got my little onion powder. Mia. Hush. A little black pepper. Not much, because black pepper changes the taste of your food, whether you know it or not. So a little bit goes a long way. My children was shocked in here, y'all. I was dancing, doing the belly roll. And I guess my daughter didn't feel like I knew how to do that. And she was, oh, Mama, I see you over there doing the belly roll. Oh, look at Mama. How you do that? Of course, she know how to do it. She just playing the radio. More onion powder on this side. And I don't know why my children trying to play cooking. They got my other pots. And they on the floor. Look at them. On the floor. They call themselves cooking. Put a little salt. Okay. And I'm not going to put salt on both sides because eventually I'm going to season the other side. So I'm going to put this side down first in my pan. Oh my goodness, that smells good already. Wait a minute, Bean, I'm doing something. Okay. I got my stove. I had my stove on 5, which right now my pan is cooking like it's on high. So I'm gonna turn it down on 4. Cause I don't want it to burn, but I do want it to brown. So I'm gonna take it. While that's doing that, I'm gonna start to season some more of them. And try not to put too many in your pan. You see how I got those spaced out? That'll keep your pan cooking evenly, because if you put too much stuff in there, it'll knock the heat down of the pan and it'll start to boil your meat instead of browning it. Okay? So I got these in. I mean, you can put whatever seasoning you like on yours, but I'm going to do a little bit of seasoned salt. Onion powder again. I love onion powder, y'all. So, and I hope y'all can tell because look at the big size I buy. Yeah. And a little black pepper. No, Benny, don't get no more spoons out the drawer. And my salt. Get one. No, not my measuring spoons. I need those. Okay. I'm gonna have to buy y'all something to play with. Nope, not my measuring cup. Go to Dollar Tree and buy them a set to play with. Because I want my girls to be excited about cooking. So why not get them used to handling the utensils? Okay, so I don't season this side. And let me check on these. See how they doing. See how it's starting to brown? That's what you want. Okay. Put a little salt on this side. Okay. And turn them over. Okay, so that's what you want them to look like. Brown them on all sides, even this side like that that's uncooked. You turn it over as best you can. Even if you have to lean them up against the side of the pan like that to get it to brown on the sides, you know, that's how I do. I mean, everybody may not want to do that. And even on this side like that, I just stand it up in the pot. Y'all, my 15-year wedding anniversary is coming up on February the 20th. And I count it all as a blessing. I don't know. We haven't planned a trip yet. But we'll see what we're going to do. I told him I didn't want to go right now in February because it is cold here. And I don't want to go, you know, out of town. And we don't go anywhere out of the state of Florida. I like to go to Orlando, and that's just me. So I like to go to Orlando. And when I go, I want it to be good and hot so we can get out and see the sights and not have to worry about putting on a jacket. Okay. So I'm turning these over on the other side so I can see him. He wants something to drink. Turning them over so I can season the other side. If I can get them turned over. Okay. Now you be careful when you add in your seasoned salt and you add in salt. Because this salt, seasoned salt, has extra salt in it. And you don't want to make your food too salty, okay? Now, you can get, they sell the kind that don't have salt in it. If you one of those people that just have to have salt in everything. Even though I use seasoned salt, I try to use a little salt behind it just to pop up the flavor so you can actually taste all of your seasonings. To me, I don't care what kind of seasoning you put on food. If you don't have a little salt in there to balance it out and to bring out those flavors, it's not going to all, you know, go together. So that's just how I feel. So you can see they're all browning. And no, I'm not using the same tongs, you know, touching raw food with food that's already being cooked. This is the one I'm using for the cooked food. And this is the one I'm using for the raw food, okay? So that one is in there, and it's a long one. Got that one, and this is the one I use for over here. So guys, I'm going to finish cooking these, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Guys, I have browned all of my oxtails, and they are in this big pot. Now, I am deglazing my pan. I have my onion and my bell pepper in the bottom of my pan. And this is how I deglaze. You see all the little, look like it's burned on at the bottom? That's all the good stuff. That's all the season and the flavor that you want to be in your food. So what I'm doing is I'm browning or just sauteing my onion and my bell pepper until they are soft. Okay. See, they picking up all that goodness off the bottom of the pan. Okay. Now, to get all of that won't come off, to deglaze your pan. Now, you don't have to do this with the onion and the bell pepper in, but I do it so that I can get all my flavor. You can do your onion and your bell pepper first, take them out, then you can deglaze your pan for those of you that don't know how to do it. Now, here we go. I have some water, and I'm just going to pour the water in, and it don't take much. And see, when it's doing that, it's heating up the pan, and it's loosening up all that stuff that's stuck on the bottom. And you just work it with your, if you have a non-stick skillet, you want to use something that's not going to scratch the bottom. You just work it to loosen it all up. Okay. I have had this pan set for about 8 years. And I got it from JCPenney's, and I have never used like a wood spatula. I've always used whatever I have in my kitchen. And you see it has held up. I paid $179 for this pot set. And it is the 1810 stainless steel bottom. The bottom is really, really thick. And that's what you want, because it regulates your heat and everything. So you see that? It looks like it's making a little gravy at the bottom because it's deglazing all of that good stuff off the bottom of your pan. Now you might need a little extra water, like I do. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit because the water has lowered my temperature. And once it starts to boil, you will see the difference. So I keep moving it around, making sure that it's not sticking, because you don't want it to get burnt on. See, my bell peppers are getting nice and soft, but they don't have to be mushy. I want all of those flavors to come together. The bell pepper, oh, I love bell peppers in my food, y'all. In certain things, you know. You see it's starting to boil. Let that do it for about another 5 minutes. 10 minutes top. Depends on what size pan you have. And what you're going to do after that, you're going to pour all of this into this pot on top of here. So here we go. Now you see, there's not much left on the bottom. Okay, let me move this over here to the sink. Run me some water in that. Let that be soaking. Okay, and this is what I have. Now, ooh, that looks so good. Ooh, I can't wait to eat. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this pot to this eye, and I'm going to fill it. I'm not going to cover it, but fill it like right here with water. Okay? Because you don't want to put too much water in your pot boil over. So, like right here or halfway full is where I fill it with water. And I have in my big mixer bowl some water already. You see, it was just enough. And this is a 3-quart bowl I got from Walmart. And they come in handy because you can mix your pancakes and all kind of stuff in that bowl, in that one bowl. I like dump bowls, you know, where you just throw everything in there. And it's got a little handle and a little spout, and we good to go. So here we go, guys. This is not my finished look, but this gives you a general idea of what it's look like, what it's gonna look like. Now I'm gonna stir this all together. Okay. Get all my onion and bell pepper down in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Because anytime you add more water to something, you need to add a little extra salt. Push them down in there. Okay. Now, later on, well, let me go ahead and do it now. I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing. Y'all see my little kids. They done lined up all my pots. And y'all can see my pots have been well used. They usually have the little stuff that you could clean this off with at Home Depot, but they haven't had it. And Walmart don't sell it. And I didn't find it in Lowe's. So I'm going to try again today. I got to take my light bulbs back. But it's some stuff that you could put on here to clean that off. But this is what I mean. You see how thick from here to there? That's the 1810 stainless steel bottom. Okay, yeah, it's well used. These bad boys are almost 10 years old. And this is one of the pots that's a part of the pot set that I have. So, let me show y'all what I'm getting ready to do while I'm on camera right quick. I got my little measuring cup. Okay. Let me find the flour. This is how I make my thickening for any of my stews, or if I want gravy added to my pot roast or anything like that. I got some water that I pour in there. Okay. Now, I picked up a fork. Isn't that awesome? Pay attention, girl. Okay. Now, all of your seasonings that you put in on your meat is what you're gonna put in your thickening. I have some water, and I'm gonna put a few tablespoons of flour. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, and stir that all together. And this is going to be my thickening. This is what's going to give it that thick gravy. Because I like my juice to stick to my rice and my meat. Y'all, that's why my behind can't lose no weight. But that's alright too. Okay. Got my right to clean up my mess. Ooh, God dog, that pot is hot. So, that's my thickening, y'all see? And you can keep stirring it to get some of the lumps out, but eventually they will cook out if they're not too big. So I take it and I like to push it up against the side of the cup like that. You see, to mash out the lumps. Let me see if I can get it.